Hello, my name is Rachel and I'm here with my review of The Killing Woods by Lucy Christopher. I picked this up because it's Lucy Christopher. If you've watched many of my videos, you know I am a huge fan of Stolen. I think it is one of the best books and I recommend it to just about everybody that I come into contact with, and they all love it. It's just a phenomenal book. Now, I do have to say that I think I went into this with Stolen in mind, and this is not quite Stolen. However, it is a Lucy Christopher book, so it is still amazing. I ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Now, I did listen to most of this as an audiobook while I was at work, but I came home at night and I really wanted to keep going in this book, so I would just pick it up and read it. So pretty much like marathon this book in a couple days, and I thought it was, again, pretty good. No Stolen, but still good in its own right. Now, this centers around two main characters, Emily and Damon. Emily's dad is a soldier who is suffering from PTSD, and one day he comes out of the woods that he loves so dearly, carrying the body of a local teenager named Ashley, who is kind of dating the other main character, Damon. So that's kind of the premise of the story. Now, at the root of this book, it's a kind of murder mystery whodunit. You are exposed to different elements and different ideas throughout the whole book, leading you to believe it's different people throughout, and you really don't know who killed Ashley until the very end, and that by itself was really good. The mystery part of this was outstanding. Now, the other part is just the psychological effects of having a death in the community. Now, I can tell you firsthand working in schools that when a teenager dies, it is a totally different ballgame than when someone who is much older dies, because teens aren't really supposed to die, if that makes sense, and they come from this world where they really do believe they're kind of invincible and that they have their whole lives ahead of them, and they should. So when a teenager dies, it rocks the whole community, and it was very interesting to see how Lucy Christopher had her characters deal with this tragedy in their own way. They all are struggling to kind of accept this and the impacts of this death and this crime on their lives, and I really like that aspect of it. You really get to see how it affects several different characters through the eyes of these main two story point of views. And I love that part. Now, I did give it 4 out of 5 stars, so there are a few things that I would change. The first thing that I would change is I would love to see or hear more about the dad or his point of view. I understand why he can't really be one of the point of view characters, because he is the main suspect in this murder, and if you hear from him, you might know one way or the other for sure, instead of it being very suspenseful. But I do want to hear more about how he's dealing with all of this. You just get it from Emily's point of view, his daughter's point of view, but I would definitely like to hear more about how he handled all of this, and especially towards the end, how he is moving along. I really wanted more about the dad. The next big thing I would change is the kind of relationship going on between the two main characters. It's kind of weird, and it develops into something even weirder, and I don't know. I don't buy it. It's very hostile at the beginning, and then they're very, friendly at the end, and I just don't really buy that. That was my main flaw with this book. I did not like the way the two main characters kind of grew together. It just didn't make sense to me. However, I did love hearing from their point of views. It's just their time together just seemed kind of strange. I felt like it should have gone in a different direction, or it should have manifested more in front of us. I don't know. I was unsettled with where they started and where they ended up. But I loved so much about this book. First of all, I loved the woods. Lucy Christopher has this amazing gift of, without you even really knowing, making you fall in love with the settings in her books. In Stolen, they're in the middle of the Australian desert, and you just ache to be there. You just want to be in this place. You just want to feel everything. You want to breathe it in. You want to see how it is and just feel it. And it's the same way with this, with Darkwood. I just want to go and be in the woods. And I actually listed the woods as my favorite character in this book, because her her scenes and settings become like a character. It's so important to these people. It really is essential. These books could not occur anywhere else but the settings that Lucy Christopher puts them in, and the woods in this book are no different. I just want to go to Darkwood and just be in Darkwood. And again, it comes down to her writing, which is phenomenal in this book as well. And I think that's one thing that I love about her writing, that she's not so in your face about things. It's very subtle, and it kind of it's really hinted at and kind of unfolds throughout the story. Like, there are a lot of woodsy based metaphors in this book that are very subtle and they're reoccurring and they just kind of unfold throughout. Like, for instance, there's always this element of these deers and it ties in the story several different ways, and it's amazing. And it's not in your face, it's not spelled out for you, but it's just kind of there for you to enjoy, and I absolutely love that. I would definitely recommend this if you have read Stolen by Lucy Christopher, and I would definitely recommend this if you are a fan of Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. It kind of had that same feel to it, at least for me, so I would highly suggest you give this a read if you do. I would love to hear what you think, and if you have not read Stolen yet, go do it now. Just stop what you're doing and go read it. And then come back and let me know what you thought. Thanks for watching. That's it for now. I will be back soon with another video. Bye!